I missed the ChicagoNOW jingle. I just realized it's been a full week since I got to hear our glorious jingle. Caitlin, it is so good to be back.
I hope you didn't think about the show or me once.
I did think about you and the show and the team
stop.
here repeatedly. Yes.
Tell us all about your trip.
It was, all right, so there's nothing worse than someone who goes droning
No,
on and
I wanna
on
hear
about
it.
a vacation you weren't. So I'm going to give the very, very short Cliff Notes version. We went to Italy.
Who's we?
I went to Florence, my wife and me, and a couple of our friends and my wife's sister. And we met a couple other people over there as well.
Okay.
Florence, and then Tuscany, the kind of outskirts of Tuscany, wine country, a little town called Siena, which Siena Tavern here in Chicago is named after this place. We spent 2 nights in Florence and then 3 nights at this villa in like rural Tuscany, wine country. So beautiful.
How romantic.
It's exactly, it's one of those places that delivers it's as advertised.
Yeah.
You know, there's movies that
not
take
fake,
place
it's
like
real.
Eat, Pray, Love and Under the Tuscan Sun, and it just delivers on
Yeah.
every level. Food, history, architecture,
Wine.
culture, and then vino, of course.
Yes.
Got to put it on your list. Got to put it on.
Did you guys plan this ahead of time?
We did. It was kind of in honor of Maggie's 40th birthday, which isn't till October, but
Yeah.
she and her sister have a little tradition where they go places on their milestone birthdays. They went to Ireland for her older sister's
No
40th,
way.
and now it was Maggie's turn. She's like, "We're going to Italy."
Oh.
It was spectacular. We showed some pictures on Good Day Chicago, and colorful. There's history everywhere. One way I described it is Italy shows off no matter what direction you look. It's like, whoa, wow, that wall right there is like 1,500 years old.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. Or you walk into what feels like some random church, not even in the central part of Florence, and
It's
oh boy,
beautiful.
and not only that, there's a sculpture that was by Michelangelo.
No
Just stuff like that.
way.
You're like,
What was the
was-
highlight? Like the best part, the best day.
part.
You and Maggie got to spend some quality time.
You know what? The best part for me was the decompression where we got off the plane and settled into Florence, where I was like, wow, I'm actually here, and just taking in Florence those first couple days.
That was
and
your
then
favorite.
then things just kept getting better and better and better from there. But the change over from being like here in Chicago to going there, it was so spectacular. So put it on your list if it's not already.
That's
It's
awesome.
so great. And I understand I missed some flooding here. I was kind of looking at my emails from the station, not too often, don't worry. I
Yeah.
know I was vacation, but like flooded out cars and
Oh,
stuff
I know.
like that. Like that was
Kaplan's very own son was driving home in Chicago that night.
and got stranded.
his car was
did he
flooded.
do what we always advise against? And that
Yes,
is
he
go through-
did.
No.
He did not turn around and not drown. He didn't drown, but his car did. Yeah, we got hit by some really heavy rain. It was
All in a short amount of time.
quite a mess. Within 90 minutes, we had over 5 inches of rain.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was nuts. Yeah, it was very bad. And this was shortly after the Texas flooding.
Okay, yeah,
Devastating.
and the fallout from that, you know, you try to unplug when you're on vacay, but yeah, it was hard to ignore that news. I can't believe the death toll keeps going up, the tragedy just, I mean,
Horrendous.
a new chapter every day, and the rescue is challenged.
Yeah.
All right, so
I have
over
a
the next
question
50 sure,
actually about
yeah.
that. When you were there, do they cover American news?
Ooh.
Like, did the Texas flooding, was that a headline there in
No,
Italy?
you know what? I don't think I saw a screen outside my own.
Oh,
like I didn't
they don't
see
have
any
like
TVs.
TVs inside.
I never saw a
Really?
That's funny that you're mentioning. I don't think I saw a TV in between airports. Did not see a single TV on.
What?
Because I would have made a note, like, oh, that's Italian news or whatever it is. I did not see a single screen
Is
on.
that not bizarre? It's
Yeah.
like you go to a restaurant here, there's
Oh
TV
yeah, there's
screens
monitors
everywhere.
and there's sports on. No, there was absolutely nothing. So the only time, I mean, I saw any news of that was if I was scrolling or keeping
Sure.
in touch with people back here. Yeah.
Whoa, what a
But
way
yeah,
of
no, that's a
life.
major story.
Yeah.
And we have some major stories we are covering over the next 49 minutes here.
Yes.
There's a new chapter in this piping plovers like growing family. They're like our
Yeah.
favorite new
Our
Chicagoans.
little
We're going to get
babies.
an update from our friends over at Block Club Chicago to kind of get us updated. There's more babies, and these are now, I think, third generation. Chicago, when they first
Piping
showed up,
plovers.
I'm having trouble keeping track.
Has it only been 3 years?
3 or
Last year
4?
it was a hiccup. I feel like last year
Right,
we missed a
because
year.
they lost, I know they lost 2 chicks last year, I believe. We're going to get all the details from John Hansen.
We'll get into the weeds.
We also have a very special guest from the northern suburbs today who has opened up. This is so interesting. Have you ever heard of synthetic ice?
No. What is this?
We are going to learn all about it. There's a new hockey training center. Doesn't use.
Yes, I have heard of this.
Okay.
They had it on a rooftop. Remember, here in Chicago.
Was it the Hancock that they had?
I don't remember, but it was
Or
like
the
a bar
95th?
outside, and there was fake ice.
We're
Didn't
gonna.
you
so
do that
so now.
story? Maybe it was Tim McGill.
It could have been Tim McGill. That was in his wheelhouse.
Yeah.
And I know they had a facility like this up on a rooftop, like
Yes.
the 95th or something. And there's a whole training facility that uses this technology. We're going to learn, and it just opened. So we're going to check in with Mike from Bar Down Hockey. That's coming up in a little bit. And then, are you a Starbucks person? I should know this, but you come in a little bit later than me, so
But
I don't know
make
your
Starbucks coffee
caffeine.
at home.
Oh.
Starbucks, medium roast. It'll kick you in the gut.
Okay, there's a new little secret menu, but the thing is, on this shift, everybody, when we get in early,
Yeah.
we know there's no secrets. Like we know Starbucks in the menu inside and outside, and we're going to be joined by our producers extraordinaire, Mia and Perry, to tell us all about that later in the hour. But
We
first,
are.
Caitlin,
Yes.
I got to quiz you on something that you have been reporting
Okay,
all morning.
yep, mhm.
All right, this is some thick Chicago air
Mm-hmm.
we are experiencing today. So the air quality alert, what can you tell us about what is happening
Okay,
outside?
so yesterday around lunchtime, we got hit with our air quality alert expanding into Chicago. So yesterday morning, it was just Wisconsin and Michigan because of wildfire smoke coming out of Canada. But the models were showing that the smoke was actually going to be moving out today. So it's not going to look quite as hazy today because of the wildfire smoke, but high levels of ozone close to ground. So today we're cranking up the heat, higher humidity. So the ozone is going to be elevated. So we do have this air quality alert for the rest of the day until midnight tonight. But it's really for sensitive groups.
Okay.
So if you have asthma, for very young children, for the elderly, heart or lung conditions, you just want to take it easy outside. Just don't overexert yourself. So it's not really for everyone, but just know that if you do have breathing ailments, you shouldn't expose yourself if you can help it. So again, ozone is going to be elevated today. I'm reading actually some notes here. The air quality index hit 137 Monday afternoon. Okay.
I'm guessing that's high
And
or low quality, not good quality, whatever the not good means.
it's high and no, not good. So it looks like N95s could help you. I guess I would just recommend that.
The N95
for,
mask. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh,
Do you
I
still
haven't
have
thought
those in
about
your
the
house?
I think I have a couple.
Yeah. So anyway, by tomorrow, I mean, hopefully we don't get this air quality alert expanded into tomorrow.
Do we have
Did you
any?
know-
I know whenever you say high pressure, I always get a smile on my face because I'm not a fan of the humidity. Like some people thrive better than others. My wife's like, "Oh, it's so good for my skin." I'm like, "Oh, my gosh,
okay.
I'm sweating."
Yes.
Is there any high pressure or
Can I tell you
non-humid
something?
days in sight?
Later this week, we're going to be in the 70s.
Oh my gosh.
Friday is going to be in the 70s
Yes.
and it'll be dry
Yes.
and sunny.
Oh, that's
it's going
my
to be
wheelhouse.
crisp outside
That's my
Thursday and
wheelhouse.
Friday. But we do have a couple thunderstorms to get through first. So your question is, the answer is no.
We've got a little work to do beforehand.
Absolutely. We got low pressure moving through, and actually tomorrow evening we're talking about the chance for some strong to severe thunderstorms.
Okay.
And then some thunderstorms possible on a Thursday, but that's going to be our cool day starting on Thursday, Friday. This weekend back to the 80s with more storms.
Okay.
I just did the weather.
Well,
Sorry.
hey, that's
Just to give
that's
you
your day
clue you
job.
in.
That's your day job.
Sure.
And you do it very
This is
well.
my night job.
All right, Caitlin, one of my summer traditions, and I always tend to wind up going on like a super, super hot and humid day, Six Flags. All right, Theo, I didn't know this till he got a little older. He is not afraid of roller coasters,
Yeah.
okay? He went on all the tough roller coasters at Six Flags. So a few weeks ago, he went on Goliath, which is...
Okay.
Oh, wait, what did Gabby go on? The Wrath of Rakshasa.
Yeah.
He didn't go on that one, I will say.
Did it look too scary? Was the line too long?
I got to talk to him. I think he met the height requirement, but said,
Who
"No,
was
I
watching
think
your kids, by the way?
That's a perfect segue into this.
It was your parents.
My parents, yes.
took
That's
them to
why I
Six
came back
Flags?
before
They
Maggie.
took them to
No.
Six
Didn't
Flags?
take him to Six Flags.
Oh.
But speaking of that,
Yeah.
there is a new policy at Six Flags, and this is incidents do happen from time to time at Six Flags where people get a little bit rough and rowdy after hours there. Not after hours, but after the sun goes down late in the day.
Yes.
So Six Flags Great America in Gurnee is now requiring teenagers under the age of 17 to be accompanied by an adult chaperone after 4 p.m. and that chaperone has to be at least 21 years old. Now, I was kind of reading through some of the notes we had going on internally yesterday in the newsroom. They didn't make anyone available to talk about kind of why yesterday, but they've released in a statement saying the policy is about creating, this is their wording, a safer and more enjoyable environment for all guests, particularly after recent concerns about disruptive behavior. Again, chaperones have to be over 21. There can be one chaperone for 10 guests, so that's, I don't think this is that strict.
The older brother is going to come and take all these kids.
To me, this does not seem unreasonable.
But to me, it doesn't make sense because
Why?
Do they employ 16-year-olds? What if there's a 16-year-old working the ride after that time?
Oh, this doesn't apply to the employees, though, Kate.
But that's why it doesn't make sense.
Right? Because you're saying because there's employees that are under the age of the chaperone age?
Right. Do you know what I mean? Like, what if they were getting off their shift, they wanted to go ride something, but they're like, hey, I know you just operated this ride, but you can't ride it because you don't have a chaperone. That doesn't make sense. Unless there is a cutoff.
Kate,
maybe there's a cutoff for the age.
Your mind is quite something. Like, for you to connect those dots right away, that's impressive. Here, let me offer a counterpoint to that.
Okay.
Maybe there's an employee exception.
Well, but again.
Chaperone policy does not apply to,
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest. If you're operating a ride all day, you just want to get home,
I know.
get in the air conditioning,
I know.
right?
I get
But
into
anyway, that, and I do know that there have been, over the years, I want to say there's probably been a half dozen incidents where the police do have to get called to break up some kind of fight or what they describe as disruptive behavior at Six Flags.
Well, as a parent, aren't you like, I wouldn't
I think it
allow
makes
my
sense.
kids to, no, I know. And from the other side of this, I agree, and I'm glad that this is a rule. I was just, getting into the specifics here.
But
But no,
would you?
no,
Yeah.
I absolutely agree. It's kind of like our little neighborhood pool that we go to. You can't go there without an adult if you're under 18.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's smart.
I think it
because
makes sense.
You need supervision. I like that. Yeah.
Okay. Well, as promised, we are going to learn all about this next generation of piping plover chicklets. Chicks?
Chiclet. I love that.
Whatever they're called.
Chiclets, sure.
That's the gum. I think that's the gum. We're going to be checking in with John Hansen from Block Club of
Yes.
Chicago.
Let's talk about these
Tell us
babies.
all about that when we come back after this short break, everybody.
10:21, welcome back. I'm so excited about this. We are talking about the piping plovers.
Anything animal related,
I
you
know.
just perk up.
I'm so
It's
excited.
adorable.
I have so many questions. Okay, so some baby birds just hatched at Montrose Beach, and their names are about as Chicago as it gets. So joining us now to share the story, the journey behind these baby chicklets, and the people rallying behind them to protect them is John Hansen from Block Club Chicago. Hi, John.
Hey, good morning, guys. You excited to talk about these birds?
We
I feel
are,
like we've done 1,000
especially
stories about
Caitlin.
them.
Caitlin goes nuts over anything animal
Wildlife.
related. John, we
Yes.
were unclear off the top of the show kind of where we are in the family tree. I don't know how far back your piping plover knowledge goes, but I know there was Monty
It goes
and
as far
Rose.
back as you can imagine, guys.
All right,
I
get us
know
updated
everything.
on kind of where we started and now where we are.
Right. So, first of all, these, I think we've written about 79 stories at Block Club Chicago about the piping plovers over the
Give
years.
me more.
Yeah, you want, exactly, right? We're just getting started, baby. So this all starts back to the fact that piping plovers were basically non-existent anymore in our area. They have their babies here, or they did for centuries, and then they fly off and they migrate off to the southeast parts of the United States. Well, for like 71 years, there were no piping plovers fledging or creating chicks that eventually fly away in Cook County on any of the beaches. Why? Well, of course, the city got built up. It became less habitable for them. Efforts started to be made about 10 years ago to build habitat for them along the Montrose Beach where they used to be. And that success story came to fruition in 2019. As everyone remembers, Monty and Rose, like Montrose, Monty and Rose. They, in 2019, got together, built a nest, and they had 2 chicks in 2019. Those were the first 2 that hatched in 71 years in Cook County, which is great news, right? And then all the birds go off, and then the theory is that they come back, some of them do, to the same location to do the same thing.
Yes.
So how many generations do we have? That is a great question. So Monty and Rose, they had some chicks in 2019, but it wasn't until they had chicks in 2020 that they kind of stuck, that they survived long enough to come back and have Monty and Rose's grandkids. So Nish, N-I-S-H, was the first chick to survive and come back to Montrose Beach.
Wait.
That was 2020.
Wait. Hold on. Survived. Do we know that they died the first round of babies?
Well, a lot of them are tagged, and I'm not trying to be a downer here, but yeah, nature took its course in some ways. I mean, there's been a lot. I mean, I guess this is like a story of resilience for this species,
No
right?
way.
Like,
Yeah.
out in the wild, it's tough. So let's not focus so much on the bad news here. Let's focus on the survival story here.
Okay, so we had one baby make it through
Niche. Okay, so yeah,
to
niche.
2020.
So I'll do my best here. I should get a dry erase board here. And
Right.
Please.
Basically, they have a set of grandkids that were born a couple years ago, and even great grandbabies that were born. And the other thing is, they all don't come back to Montrose Beach. Some go to other beaches in Ohio, or up in Waukegan, or up in Wisconsin. So it's not all at Montrose Beach.
So-
where are we today? So
Wait.
one of their
Wait,
chicks,
I got
their
another
last
question.
one.
I've got another question.
Imani. She was a bachelorette for a couple years until Sea Rocket came along.
Sea Rocket.
2023.
Oh, you know, Sea Rocket's going to.
Oh, absolutely.
What's the sire?
And
Is that the right one? Is that so? He's going to sire.
Well, wait. This is my question. Is okay. These babies. Where are these other plovers coming from? Because siblings can't make babies, right? So in 2020, if one of them survived, where'd the other one come from?
Ooh, great question. And I do know the answer to that.
Okay.
What they did to try and speed this up a little bit or give them a better chance is they actually have fledgling chicks that they have in a laboratory
No
in
way.
Michigan. And what they've done is then they introduced some of those chicks to the Montrose Beach chicks to try and have boy chick, girl chick, as you say, not related, come together and keep the bloodlines going.
Okay.
And that was Sea Rocket. Sea Rocket was one they brought in from Michigan
Got
to
it.
mate with Amani. Remember, Amani is Monty and Rose's last kid. Sea Rocket comes along from Michigan from the laboratory. Boom. They get together. They had 4 chicks last year, and Anthony, you were talking about this. 3 of them, unfortunately, passed away.
Yes,
One
I do remember.
survived.
What happened?
Yeah, Nagamo. Amani and Sea Rocket, the same ones that had Nagamo last year, they came back this year, and they have 3 chicks, and those are the ones that
Amazing.
that just got their names.
Okay, so I don't even know the names. We touted them in Chicago, but I'll be hearing this for the first time.
Yes. So, drum roll, please. The first one, who's the smallest one, is Bean. right?
Oh,
Like the sculpture.
cute.
Yeah, there we go.
Pretty good.
Little
right?
bean.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a cutie. The second one, after 500 submissions, drum roll please, is L. E-L, like the L
like
train
for
you track
the L,
to go up
okay.
to Montrose.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
that's cute.
It's a great stop,
I like
too.
it.
That was my stop, the brown line, Montrose. Yeah.
All right.
There you go. That's why they did it for you, actually.
me.
I don't know.
Right. Anthony submitted that one.
Third one, drum roll please, is Ferris, which has a double meaning. One, the Ferris wheel debuted in Chicago at the World's Fair in 1893, and Ferris Bueller's Day Off. How do we like that?
Cute. Do we know the sex of these babies? So it's one male and 2 females?
I don't know.
It would have been kind of awesome if they had gone Ferris, Cameron, and Sloan. If
Sloan.
it was two.
Okay, well, don't rewrite. They,
No,
they're all
I know.
Very
words.
cute.
I know,
They put this
I know.
all together, right?
I like
it's
this
done.
little bean. Okay, so the babies are born. When were they born?
They were born a couple weeks ago. They usually come in June, and then it takes a while to fledge. Fledge is where they can actually take flight on their own.
Sure.
It's a process over a couple days where they kind of like hop up. You know how it is.
Yeah,
They fledge?
Hop up and they
right.
eventually gain some flight, and eventually they're going to go bye-bye off to their areas in the southeast United States, all these little guys.
Oh.
And hopefully some come back next year or into other beaches where they are protected, and they'll keep the bloodline going.
What astounds me, John, I don't know if you have any biology behind this or knowledge behind how this happens, that they find their way all the way back to the exact same spot without a GPS.
Yes.
Like-
yes. No, they do not.
My
Think
birds
about
did that
that.
too in my
Think
backyard.
about
I know,
that.
their instincts are crazy.
It's so
It's like how they know how to
unbelievable.
build a nest. They know
Yeah.
it's just in their nature.
But like, imagine going. It takes what 25 hours to get. He said the southeast is where they go. Do they go all the way to Florida?
I don't think it's Georgia, the Carolinas
Georgia.
more so.
I mean,
And they're
think
so
about,
tiny
like,
too.
Think about how reliant we are, we humans, on maps and GPS now. And then this is just internal.
They're smarter than we are. So these babies, are they still in their nest right now? They haven't fledged yet. You said they were born a couple weeks ago. So are they getting close? Are they under that gate that they put out there to protect them?
Yeah, I believe they've been seen kind of waddling around a little bit too.
They're
and then
waddling.
they go back in.
Little bean
so
is
they're
waddling.
starting that process. I don't have a look at the live camera view right now.
Do
you
we
guys
have
have
a
a
live
lot of
camera?
great questions about piping plovers. I can hook you up with a real expert sometime.
Could
That
no
would be
no
great.
yeah you're doing so great. Would you consider Sea Rocket to be the Wilt Chamberlain of piping plovers?
Oh boy, I mean, 4 last year, 3 more this year. That's 7. So what? He's got 10,000 more to go.
10,000
Yeah.
more to go.
That is so cool. So I guess there's a lab in Michigan who has piping plovers,
Yeah.
and they're bringing them over here so they can have
it's
more
unbelievable.
babies.
I got a question for you, John. To what lengths have our preservationists and animal care folks here in Chicago gone to secure their area? How extensive is the effort?
They've moved like the sand volleyball courts to ensure it. They've had people waiting out, especially in those first couple of years at night, to kind of at a far distance to try and ensure that there's no human interaction that would harm the birds. They have to let nature take its course, right? There was a nest, I don't remember which year,
No,
where a
stop.
skunk got in.
No.
Unfortunately.
Oh,
And they
my
didn't
God.
Killed
stop
some of
the
them.
skunk.
I don't know if they saw the skunk for real, but I would imagine they would let that go, right? I think that their whole mission is like, look,
Yeah.
let's give these things a chance to
Yeah.
survive like they would have 70, 80, 100 years ago, and let's do our best to ensure that is possible. And really, the efforts of rebuilding Montrose Beach to allow them to have that area, have the volleyball courts. I mean, literally, they would sit there and someone would be there in case a volleyball came around and kick it back over to the courts
Yes.
for the first few years.
Yep.
There was worries in the last couple of years, as you guys have talked about, the Lake Michigan levels were so high for
Right.
5 years or so. Now they've come back down, and there's hopes that can help make sure that that's equally as protected as well. I mean, they're off the beaten path. They don't want a lot of people. We don't even really now show exactly where the nest is.
Right.
Be on request from them because they just don't want a ton of people like walking over. There was even a balloon once that floated near the nest, and the birds didn't go near it because they were freaked out by
Oh,
it. So like little
no.
things can really kind of disrupt their patterns of doing
So
their thing.
who's in charge of them right now? You say they. Who's they?
Well, the Chicago Piping Plovers organization.
Oh, there's an
Is
organization.
a team that kind of helps shepherd this and make sure that they're a bunch of volunteers who just became so passionate about this. But there's greater forces at play here. I know that a lot of aldermen, they don't control the birds, but they've helped restore the wildlife. And there's preservationists and naturists and the scientists who do all the actual technical work of the stuff. But It's a bunch of volunteers that have come together and said, we want this great story out of Chicago. So
That's
Go out
really
there.
great. We're getting the wrap right now, but before we let you go, John, what is the best way if someone does want to have a shot at checking out this new Bean and Elle and Ferris?
There
Harris.
you go.
How do they do that?
I mean, you can go to the beach. They're very small, right? These birds are like this
Yeah.
big.
Oh, they're so
So
cute.
you can't get all that close. So
Yeah.
honestly, I think the best way would be to, if you want to go out to the area, maybe see if you can see them with a long lens, like if you want to try and take a photograph of them. We got great photographs. ChicagoPlovers.org has great videos
Yes.
and photos too.
Ooh.
That's
I'd
probably
say
the,
let's
the
respect
easiest
it a
way
little
to
bit
do
and
it.
not try and
Yeah.
get too close.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
John
Thank you
Hansen.
for bringing us the good
Come
news.
back soon, sir. Always a pleasure to talk to you.
Yeah.
You're
I
our,
can't
you're our
believe I
expert.
knew 12 minutes worth of stuff about piping plovers. I'm pretty happy
You're
about
a
that.
You're a
Naturalist
gentleman
now.
and a scholar, my friend.
Environmentalist.
Thank you, sir. And we'll be back with more Chicago Now right after this. Welcome back, 10:35 on your Tuesday morning. If you have followed my own career, you will know that I go nuts over folks who follow their passion. A couple of years back, before we introduce our next guest here, I launched a podcast where I became a Lyft driver and interviewed all the passengers. It was a journalism project, but it was one of those things where, hey, I wanted to do the storytelling in this different way. And we are about to introduce you to a gentleman who is just launched a passion project of his own. Mike Sturman is the owner and founder of a place called Bar Down Hockey. And this is in Northfield, correct?
That is correct.
Northfield. And this is a skates-only facility that gives athletes the edge with premium synthetic ice, private shooting bays, and real-time video feedback to break down every rep. I've heard about this kind of thing with like swings, like baseball swings and stuff. Anyway, Mike, this is a passion project for you.
Yes.
Thanks for being on the program here
Thanks
to
for
tell
having
us
me.
about this. How did this whole idea come about?
That's great. Thank you for this opportunity, Anthony, to kind of talk about this. I'm a hockey dad first, and I'm a coach second, and I've watched hundreds and hundreds of hours of youth hockey in my life. And today's game is slightly different in terms of the training that these kids do for practice than I did. We're heavily focused on skating, which is all these kids are phenomenal skaters, check. They're phenomenal at stick handling or puck control, check. But when the game time comes and those kids take all those skills, the skating, the stick work, to get in that position to score, they fail at a higher rate than they should.
Really?
And the reason for that is because practices are limited in time and they're so costly that the shooting part is not a core element of those two pillars. So if the three pillars are skating, puck control, and shooting, shooting is the least or the smallest pillar of that.
That's really interesting.
Yes, and that's just because, like I said, ice time is limited. You're sharing it with other teams, right? So you have half, and it's just not the most important part. Skating and stick hand. Skating is by far the number one.
Right.
If you can't skate, you can't play, right? But when you put all this effort into it and it's game time, you see your kids doing all the skating and all the moves, and they're in the position to score, and they shoot the puck 30 feet over the net, 5 feet wide.
It's almost all
as
for
a
naught.
parent, you're like,
You know what? That really reminds me, just drawing a metaphor from something in my background. In journalism school, we learned all the tools. Balanced storytelling, how to write, how to edit, all the technical stuff.
Exactly.
But in the end, if you can't deliver the report in a compelling way, the performance aspect of it, if you fall on your face, no one's paying attention to the editing. No one's paying attention to the writing because you have not delivered the report well.
Exactly.
So you loose metaphor, but you get what I mean. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You need to all put it together. So where, with that in mind, with this kind of hole in the skill set, where people aren't able to put it into the actual net, where does bar down hockey come in?
So I think bar down fits in the exact middle between on-ice application, which is your practice, your actual ice skating, and then the traditional off-ice is where you're in your shoes, shooting on either synthetic tiles in your driveway against the net. The downside with that is you're on your shoes. You're in a flat surface. Being a great shooter takes repetition in skate, because you are now, not only are you 2 inches off the ground, you're on an eighth inch of steel, which is a completely different training situation. You have to have stronger ankles. It's a balance thing. So you'll see a lot of kids when they shoot on the ice, they fall. And I talk to parents who are like, oh, my kid is so amazing shooting in the garage or in the driveway. He comes on the ice and he's falling down because he's not training in skate. So that's where kind of this whole idea of like, how can we replicate a rink situation without needing an actual ice rink?
Because you said the actual ice rink could get really costly, really time consuming.
Yeah, not only is it costly, time consuming, the availability for you to access it, even if you can, 6 in the morning, 10 at night, it doesn't fit the modern busy day.
Okay.
So we took that all in consideration and said, how can we modernize a traditional work ethic environment that has the most transferable skill to game day?
Okay. So this missing puzzle piece, which is the shooting on the ice,
Yes.
kind of like a similar situation as possible. This real-time video feedback. Okay. So and the shooting bays. Run me through. You said you're a hockey dad and a longtime coach. Why are those two things important?
Well, they're important for multiple reasons, and without getting into the true technical coaching reason, it's also fun to see your kid achieve a goal. And athletes, large and small, like to see themselves on TV when they complete something that they tried really hard doing, right? So if a kid was working on his backhand and it took him 500 times to put the puck in the top of the net, having that ability to turn around, press a button that records the previous 26 seconds of that environment, where you can watch yourself hit that awesome goal, and then have that video stored into your mobile app for you to share with your family, your coaches.
Look at me go.
And nowadays, social media, you can throw it up on the social if you're trying to build a following. But I want to make one thing important aspect about why synthetic ice is important. Synthetic ice has been around forever. This particular synthetic ice that we brought in is the world's most advanced synthetic ice, which that means it has the most real feel to the real ice out in the marketplace. So it has the least amount of resistance, and the reason why that's important is because if you have too much resistance, it's like you're slugging through the synthetic ice. Ours has almost like a real ice feel, so that you're getting that same movement. So whatever you can do there, you can do on the ice, and whatever you can do on the ice, you can do with us, and that's turns and stops and any type of maneuver.
And like you said, in terms of timing, It doesn't have to be after 10 p.m. It doesn't have to be before 6 a.m.
No.
And you can be in and out fairly quickly.
Just to give you an example, we're open from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. We have 5 shooting bays. That's technically, 5 times 16. Was that 80? Yeah, we have 80 little rinks that you can fit into your schedule Monday through Sunday.
Interesting.
So-
I like this.
Yeah,
man.
so if
Okay,
it's-
so when did you launch? When did you open? This is all brand new,
Yeah,
right?
so officially we did like a little bit of a soft launch, which was call it June 17th.
Okay.
We've been rolling it out slowly, talking to all the heads of the the youth hockey communities, getting more people involved. It's definitely a place that you have to experience and be there to kind of see the volume of these shooting bays and get a sense of what it's all about. Because it's built for autonomous use, it's self-service. You get on your mobile app, you sit on your couch, your kid's buzzing around, you're like, hey, you know what? There's 7 different time slots available for you to go practice
And
your craft.
you obviously put a bar and lounge for the dad. I'm kidding.
No, not a bar, but we do have a parent lounge that has free Wi-Fi for you to work from home. But
Hey,
I
listen,
agree.
I want to pop a shot in the corner.
Listen,
okay, one of those pop-a shots.
We'll take any ideas. We believe in multi-sports.
Last question before we let you go, Mike. Seeing a passion project like this come to fruition, I know my backseat rider did, my Lyft driver. Fond memories for me. What's it been like for you to make this a reality?
This is a crazy dream come true. It's something I've been thinking about for years. And then as I went from paper and then realizing the material, once I understood this synthetic ice, once I found it, I was like, this has to happen. And then once the facility in Northfield opened, because I knew I had to be in the heart of the most densely populated
You got
youth hockey.
New Trier up there, you got Loyola, all those schools
All those
up there
schools.
have strong hockey.
And USA
programs.
Hockey would say that Illinois, in that particular area, is the 3rd densest youth hockey population in the country.
Oh, wow.
That's how
Probably East Coast, you get a lot.
Minnesota
I
and East Coast,
okay,
and
got it.
New York-ish too. So you add those 3 elements, and we have probably the 3rd largest. I think one of the best concentrations of youth hockey players of all levels.
All right, where can folks find more information about
Sure.
Bar Down Hockey?
So Bar Down Hockey Training, you can visit our website at www.bardown.net. Or you can look us up on Instagram, handle Bar Down Hockey Training, where we have a lot of our athletes kind of posting. We have some kind of cool stuff on there.
Mike Sturman, congratulations
Anthony,
to you,
thank
sir.
you.
Well
Appreciate
done.
it. Yeah.
Passion project come to fruition. We
Yeah.
appreciate it. And we're back with more Chicago Now right after this. Stay with us.
Welcome back, 1046. So last time, ooh, this is really loud. Let me get this out of my ear really quick. Mia and Perry were here. We talked all things Good Day Chicago, and today is just as important. Breaking news.
Tales from the control room. That's
Yeah,
what I
I wish
wanted.
we had
That's
that.
what I wanted to call the segment.
They're
but-
not giving us the dirt though. They're keeping it
Yet.
appropriate.
Yet.
Yeah. Maybe next time. Today we're talking about Starbucks because they've got a secret menu that has been released. And I know we wanted to touch on this too. These two ladies, they're young, they're styling, they're hip. They know everything about Starbucks, but also look at their shoes. You guys, this is what we should be wearing, Ponce. We need the thick
What
white
are these?
shoes.
What are these called? Are these a
The
certain
dad
genre?
shoe.
No, they're just sneakers.
These are
Just
my
sneakers?
Fila's.
These are my feet.
These are my Fila's.
I feel
Okay.
good in my Fila's.
I feel like, oh my god, they're dirty.
Yeah. Don't zoom too much because they are
Can we zoom
dirty.
more?
Ew, look at my
I
toes.
love it.
Sorry, guys.
Okay, and then the jeans, they're boot cut these days, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looser.
Okay, boot cut,
Looser
and then
fit.
high rise,
High rise everything.
loose, and then what about tees? Are we doing tighter tees, looser jeans?
I
That's
do
what I've been
both.
doing.
I think last time I wore a tight one. This is just like loose. 'Cause
Okay.
This is
wanna
why
be-
we need.
And the long
Mia
hair, we're
and
not
Perry.
cutting our hair anymore.
No.
No.
I love your
Yeah,
short
yours
hair.
looks good on you.
They gotta say that, you guys.
She's a skinny
No.
legend.
Yeah.
But it
Do you
doesn't
guys do
look
men's
enough.
fashion as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You look stylish.
What do guys do? Guys
You're
wear
styling.
kind of the same
I-
vibe, or are we doing the tight
You know what I
jeans?
went with because I'm just back from Italy. We're
yeah.
sidebarring right now.
Oh.
Yeah.
The baggier trousers.
Yeah.
Okay, those are on trend right
Trousers,
now.
I love
Pedro
that word.
Pascal.
Yeah.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Did you buy a pair?
I did before the trip. I wanted some pleated ones and they weren't.
Okay, I like
Okay.
this.
Well, like the belt
Good. We like the
Yeah,
and like a
belt.
tight shirt.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. So
A little bit
Pedro
of chest
Pascal.
hair
This is
showing.
Maggie's been obsessed with this man ever since watching The Last of
Usually
Us.
the case.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys have seen The Last. It's like a zombie apocalypse show.
I know.
Where
Very
people
good,
disappear.
actually. I binged it on the way
People
home.
love it.
Yeah.
And so that was he did like a big vanity, and he's got that. So
That's his
the higher
appeal, like-
rise
Yeah.
baggier is
The higher the pants for me, the
Cross-gender.
better. I would wear my pants up to my boobs, if not above my boobs. My husband makes fun of me. You guys just tuck it all in and let it out, you know?
Yeah.
Anyways, so Starbucks.
Anyway,
Starbucks.
So yeah,
now that we've
Starbucks.
got that out of the way,
Right.
Yeah.
Starbucks is a very important part of your guys' life.
It is.
Definitely.
It really is.
It
Like,
is.
what
I
time
need
do you each
caffeine.
get in?
It depends on the mood.
time
Today
do
it
we
was
get?
early. It was
Yeah.
like 6 a.m.
Yeah, it kind of depends like how busy we are.
Yeah, okay.
Whenever we have a free moment, because we like to go up there and like stretch our legs a
Get
little
you
bit.
a
You're
coffee.
Yeah.
Stuck to the desk
Thanks.
all day.
So what is
Walk.
this secret menu that we're talking about? Just unknown things?
I looked at it and it's just modifying stuff.
Oh,
I think it's just making it easier to like,
adjust
for
your
example,
options.
it was hard to like make your drink blended before, I think, and now you can blend it.
okay.
And like add dragon fruit
Yeah, like
to a
the-
drink
like the
that's
little
like not
additions.
dragon fruit flavored.
Oh.
It's nothing crazy.
So these are like they're not like calling it a secret menu. This is almost like Starbucks hacks.
yeah.
Okay, you know,
Right,
I've,
like
I've heard of
the-
like Chipotle hacks. Like I can't regurgitate, but like there's things you can say to the people.
Oh, yeah.
that
Yeah.
get you more, and you know what I'm saying.
Well,
I
I
Like,
think
see
they're-
that
like the
pre-drink.
quesadilla was a hack at Chipotle for
Yeah.
a little.
But now
bit.
they're
And
doing
then
it
they made it
online.
on the menu, right?
exactly.
Or you
and-
like order it without a tortilla,
Yes.
and then you
Yeah.
get a tortilla on the side.
Exactly,
Yeah.
and then they don't charge you. They just things,
Right.
just little things like that. All right, so what will be as Starbucks connoisseurs that are there? I mean,
Every
what
morning.
daily, every morning?
Every morning.
What advice do you guys have to navigate this menu? Mia, we can start with you.
Well, I like to stick to like my usual things. So it's like, yeah, if you're feeling fun and fruity one day, like add whatever you want. But at the same time, like careful for the cost because we go every day. It gets a little pricey.
It
Yeah.
does, doesn't
It
it?
gets very pricey.
What is your
But you
option?
need it.
What do you pick every day? What's your
Well, it
go-to?
depends on the season and like how I'm feeling that day. Like with I don't like a lot of caffeine because it makes me feel like I'm dying.
Oh,
Like hands are shaky.
Shaking.
Ruins my whole
do you
day.
get like a half calf then?
I do get a half calf. If I'm getting coffee, I do that. Or
Really?
sometimes even decaf. Yeah, if I'm feeling crazy, I'll do a half calf. Usually.
You pay money for a decaf coffee
I
at
do.
Starbucks.
I know. But when I go, I get like
for the
matcha. That's what I'm doing.
experience.
It's the experience. It's the stretching of the legs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's saying hello
It's a
to the
break
friendly
time.
faces that are over there.
What about you, Perry?
We love that.
What do you get?
That's very right-brained. I like that.
Thank
That's very. You're an intuitive. I can already tell.
She does like the fruitier like teas.
do the matcha,
I
the
get
teas.
cold brew.
Oh,
like
yeah.
I want coffee. I add like, I think I do like half of the vanilla sweet cream cold
Yeah.
brew. I do like half the pumps and half the cream. I
Beautiful.
like it like
Yeah.
this color. or a little darker.
Me too. This is a
Yeah.
perfect color.
I've-
You're so right.
I like-
I
a lot of
want
cream.
to dive into something. You alluded to the dragon fruit. There's something called the dragon fruit glow up and cookies on top cold brew. What?
Cookies on top.
I think they were just showing
Cookies on
this-
top cold brew.
Oh.
Yeah, this is the dragon fruit one.
Ooh, that looks so good. Is
don't
that whipped
really-
cream on top?
Oh,
that's
there, that
exactly
looks like
what I
a cookie on top.
Cold brew.
What is
That looks like
Calorically speaking.
Oh,
crazy.
I'm sorry, I have to. That looks like you're
Well,
looking at about
okay,
980 calories.
Listen,
yeah.
you can just get the coffee, and then the top part is the flavored foam. That's sometimes what I do. Like you could get flavored foam that's not just sweet cream. Like
Right.
they've got different
I
options.
get the lavender with my matcha. The
Lavender
matcha.
flavored foam on top.
Okay.
So you get a little sweet
Fancy.
on top, but then
Is
the
that a
coffee
unique
underneath.
Mia thing? Because one thing I'm reading here is you can actually submit your own drink creation to this contest,
Ooh.
and the winner could get 25 grand.
Ooh.
It's not a
That'd be
unique to me
nice.
thing. Remember that one day we saw this one drink one day when we were picking it up, and it had
Oh,
like
God.
caramel around the rim, and then extra caramel drizzle, and then like it was just
Yeah, it
Just
said
a
like
caramel
cover the
nightmare.
cup. It
was
was like
caramel in a
cover
cup.
the
It
cup
was.
on.
It was
I'm
a
like,
cup
I
of
didn't even
caramel.
order
Can we
this.
discuss how you just said caramel?
It's caramel, but
How do you say it? Karen?
Caramel, but then I saw Goodwill Hunting where he calls them caramels the whole time. So I'm like torn. I'm
I say
undecided.
I like
I've always
caramel.
Where
I like
are you
caramel.
from Chicago?
yeah.
What?
I don't caramel, so I've always said it.
Okay. That's fancy. You know what I tried once was the Alphaba.
Oh, wait, is that the Wicked person?
stuff?
It was
The Wicked
delicious.
Lady.
Is that the Wicked thing?
Yes. And it was so, I think it was like a matcha
That makes sense.
with
Yeah.
purple
Green.
something.
No,
maybe,
I think
maybe
you're
it was
thinking
what?
the lavender thing, because that's what mine looks like. It's matcha with
purple on
purple
top.
cream on top. Yeah, foam. It's so good.
It was phenomenal.
I know.
The sweet,
Yeah.
the,
I get
cr-
that
the
every day.
flavored creams, the flavored fuzz on top, the foam. That's where we
Cookie
gotta try
topper.
one of those.
Okay, so you mentioned how pricey this can get, Mia,
Mm-hmm.
right? Is there any hack to be hacked on that?
the
Is there
price.
because I know when I was on a later shift, I was a Chipotle guy, like Jake. I don't do it anymore. But there was the app was actually really good because it really felt like fairly frequent. It's like you get a free guac, you get a free burrito.
Yeah,
like
that's
it was worth it. It was like one of those rare rewards program where you actually feel like the
Yeah,
loyalty is
yeah.
a bit rewarded. Is there anything
like-
like that with Starbucks?
Yeah,
'Cause
they
I'm
have
not-
like the stars, and I feel like they're kind of
Yeah.
easy to collect. Like I have like a lot. I have like 1,000 stars right now.
You do?
Yeah.
Why don't
So what can you
use
do
it?
with
Because I
those?
want to use it on like the merchandise.
you-
I save it up so I can get a cute little
really?
cup. Yeah.
Oh, I've never done that before.
I did that like
Mia,
not that long ago.
You should have brought your cup.
Have you?
Looks like a
yeah,
kettlebell.
right.
Oh,
fancy
yeah.
one.
Oh, she
Well,
wants
this is
it.
Mia's cup looks like a kettle.
I
Not
broke
that
it.
one.
I know I
This is
broke it.
her sub.
I have a replacement. Don't worry. I bought
love
two.
it.
Of
Because
course I
that,
bought two.
honestly, if I had a daughter and she gets to us, like, I would want her carrying that
Yeah,
thing
okay,
because
Block
exactly.
someone. Could I ask you guys something?
Yeah.
Actually, you too, because this was a discussion yesterday. So, I guess Gen Zers are now calling Diet Coke the refrigerator cigarette.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
The fridge cigarette,
Yeah.
if you will. So, what is your fridge cigarette where you just, at the end of
Diet
the day,
Coke.
you hit it and it's like,
Diet
this is
Coke.
what I needed? It's for you,
It's
too.
a midday thing
Really?
for me. You will see me right around 9 a.m.
Yeah.
Crack one. Either
Midday,
that or
9
have one
a.m.
from the. It's my week's. I think that is a perfect phrase by generation. What is it?
Gen Zs.
Gen
Yeah.
Zers. Are you guys Gen? What gen are you?
Yeah.
Z. Okay.
Yeah.
I should know this.
Yeah.
After.
Yeah.
How do you feel about this, and what is your fridge cigarette?
Yeah.
I like LaCroix. I mean, it's just water.
Are you like my
Yeah.
wife and do you only drink 2 sips and like strand the rest of the can?
I do that.
I
For-
see. I
lose it.
caught myself doing that because I'd wake up and see it still kind of full. So I will open it early and then make dinner, and then I'll eat dinner with it.
Can't wait
But
too
it
long.
helps because I love spicy food. So it kind of like breaks up the spiciness.
Bubbly to me makes it worse.
Same.
That
I
first-
would say that.
It
That
hurts
first
worse.
crack, that first,
hurts.
it's. Remember in old school,
good.
it's so good when it hits your lips. That's how that first LaCroix.
Oh, the LaCroix.
good.
If you're
But
so
that-
thirsty, yeah.
But then, like, I don't know, there's a shelf life on that thing.
and did
5,
you know?
10 minutes. I mean,
Yeah.
it,
Yeah,
it
then the bubbly
loses-
goes fast.
Yes.
LaCroix, I guess, is supposed to have like ingredients that aren't the best for you. Have you heard this?
Yeah, my
Well, like the
parents
artificial
stopped drinking
flavors?
it. They drink Pellegrino.
So Spindrift is supposed to be like top-notch flavored, healthy water.
Yeah.
I've heard
Or you
that
get into the
too.
sweet
I don't.
coffees.
I don't like to
Yeah,
buy into
sweet.
that. I don't like to know how the hot dog is made.
yeah.
Spindrift
LaCroix
is
is
my
good,
favorite,
and
though. It's way better than LaCroix.
It is.
It's more
Spindrift.
expensive, but it's way tastier.
It is tasty.
It's made with the real fruit juice.
Okay.
I just buy the plain and I squeeze lemon in it.
Oh, there you go.
Because the lemon
Yeah.
flavor started
Gen
tasting
Z
like
hacks.
it tasted like tinfoil.
Mia, you haven't given us your
Tasted like
fridge
what?
cig. Wait,
I
what is it
don't
called? A
want to.
fridge
It's
rig?
embarrassing.
Yeah. Oh boy. Wait, is it a real cigarette?
No, my God.
Her fridge
kidding.
cig is a real cig.
No.
I'm just back from Europe. They would laugh
Everywhere.
that this is such a stigma.
The
I mean,
cigarettes.
people are. It's.
And their
smoke
boxes
so much.
have all of
It's not
these disgusting photos on them, and they're like, don't care.
They're-
Yeah.
Don't
No,
care.
it's part of
fine.
the-
It's worth it.
Anyway,
Anyway,
but Mia,
yes.
you don't.
Yeah.
We don't want to put. You don't want to be put on
no,
the
I
spot with
gotta
your
tell.
fridge
You know what?
cig.
No, you know what I drink a lot?
What?
Milk.
Oh, that's actually really good.
Milk.
Is that like a refreshing though?
Sometimes, if I'm hungover, a glass of milk.
Really?
Yeah, I know.
Stop.
I know. No, I know.
Wait, what percentage?
You don't hear
are
about that, but
drinking?
that's just.
2%.
2%
Horizon,
milk.
2%
Like
milk.
a glass of
Horizon,
milk.
shout out. Yeah.
You know, I don't even
You
get
and-
lattes because it's
You
just
and my
a full
4-year-old
cup
would
of
get along
milk.
great.
That's
You guys would. You guys would be like.
No.
this.
so good.
Almond
It's
milk.
embarrassing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
my
Okay.
God.
Hey. Calcium.
there you go, yeah.
Oh, we got to wrap it up, Mia. With
These
that.
are our. Thank you for keeping us cool.
You're always cool.
Yes.
They like to flatter me. I mean, a 46-year-old suburban dad didn't get invited to the the big parties.
But it's
over the
okay because
weekend.
you're going to be invited to mine.
I'm gonna get invited to
party.
Oh boy.
Mia and
Oh,
Perry,
boy.
thank you guys so much.
Sure.
love
So
hanging
fun,
out.
ladies.
All right, we're wrapping it up. We're going to turn it over to our 11 a.m. team on Chicago Now.
Bye,
We,
Tia.
Caitlin and I, will see you right back here mañana.
Good morning.
Good morning.
It's still the morning. It doesn't feel like it, does it?
No.
I think it's all the hustle and bustle of getting here. You know, how's your
Right.
morning going?
It's good. You know, I normally get here around 6 a.m. and then I get kind
Wow,
of.
I didn't know you got here that early.
Yeah,
Girl, you look
yeah.
good to be waking up at 6 in the morning.
Okay, but
what's
you know,
your secret?
My secret is I don't actually get dressed until around like 8 o'clock.
So you're coming in
I
like
come
sweats or
in my
I do the
sweats,
same.
no makeup on,
Yeah,
and
that's
then
me.
I'll do it.
I'm like, stay away.
Right.
Let me get ready.
Y'all will not recognize me until I put this makeup on.
I lost a lash this morning in our makeup room.
Really?
I have no idea where it went. I sat it there. I was like, I'm gonna just sit it there for 5 seconds. I'll put it on to match the other, and then I realized, whoa, it walked. It must have had legs.
The
It just
wind,
got up.
right, the wind just
Maybe
blew
it was
away.
Chicago's wind. I don't know. It just blew away, and so I had to go lashless, which, you know, as a woman makes you feel like a bald eagle.
Oh, Absolutely.
Totally.
I will get an entire face of makeup and I'll say, oh, I'm just going to keep it natural, no lashes. My sisters will call me and say, no, put them lashes on, girl.
Yeah, because you
don't look complete.
or you don't look like yourself.
Right, that's
and
true.
people's like, something's different about you.
That's very
And I'm
true.
like, I know what it is. It's the lashes.
But
Just
you
say
look
it.
good though. Like,
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's because I have a few stragglers left from the extensions, but they're on the ends. Don't look close. We don't want you too close. So what we got going on today?
All right, so today
What we
we
got?
are going to be talking The Summer I Turned Pretty. Do you watch that TV series?
So I did realize that we were going to be talking about it. So I went to watch the trailer and I was like, okay, this could be interesting. It seems like it leans younger than
is.
me, but I do like to watch a lot of those shows where it's like, it kind of felt like reality TV, but it's not, right?
It's not. So
Why does it feel like? It felt like reality TV drama.
I think because of the dating drama.
Okay.
And it's a book series as well. I read the
Okay.
books. I read all 3 of them. I don't watch the TV show, but I'm hearing that fans are saying they are not big. They're not loving it because the storyline has changed on the TV version
versus the book.
And
this is season 3.
This is
that we're
season
rolling
3,
into?
and it should be the final season, I
Okay.
believe, because there were only 3 books.
Okay.
So it begs the question: do we like when fans and audiences can influence storylines, or should we just let the professionals handle it?
I don't know. I feel like we're in a time now where fans have a lot to say if you stay on TV or stay in the movie theater. So I do think that you should consider what fans think at this point. I do. What do you think? I do. I think so.
I love a classic though. I love being able to read the book and say, okay, I know exactly what's going to happen, and then it
Okay.
kind of gives me that reimagine. Oh, this is what the character looked like. This is what they said and how they said it. So I like when things go the exact way as the book. Similarly, like Harry Potter.
Right.
Watching that movie or reading the books,
Books.
then watching the movie is just a fun experience.
I would think that sometimes, though, don't you want a little bit of a surprise? Like, okay, if you know everything that's going to happen, I would think that may keep fans not as interested versus giving them a papa, like a voila moment. And
Right.
you're like, whoa, I didn't see that one coming.
I think if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Oh,
If they were
Justine.
selling books, I'm sure people are gonna watch the show and the movie.
You are so like straight to the point. I'm like, give me adventure, give me a little drama I didn't see coming. But I get your point. If you're reading the book, you do expect it to go a certain way, and so. But it sounds like the fans are winning on this one.
It sounds like the fans are winning, but so they introduced new characters, and I think that was the big problem, that people did not like these new characters because
Okay.
they weren't expecting these romances. They were like, okay,
I
I
can
love
understand
these 2 couples together. Why are you bringing this other person in?
Yeah. Oh, okay. All right.
So
well,
I think it's a
sometimes a twist is good, Justine. Everything can't be by the book. Long as you don't end up, in a bad situation, everything can't be by the book. And I guess, like, if I'm a fan, I do want some say so. Like, if I love Real Housewives of Atlanta, do you
Okay.
watch that?
No, I don't.
Of course you don't.
I don't watch reality TV
Of course
too
you
much.
don't. You are straight. I like that about you, that you're like straight to it. I love that. However, like, I watch it, and I was watching early on, and I felt like, okay, she needs to go. She needs to go. Like, I was watching it thinking these storylines were trash. And so they should have consulted me, because a lot of the characters that they had that they're not bringing back, if they had consulted the fans, they would have never been on the show from the beginning.
So then do you
Call
like-
me Real Housewives of Atlanta.
So then do you like how Love Island has the voting things?
I do like that. Now, I told you, I haven't been able to really catch it, but based on everything that I've heard about it, yeah, that sounds like something I would be interested in. But is it true? Are the fans really, are you getting on there voting and your say is really happening, or are the producers deciding that?
We will never know, but I think they've really taken into account what the fans are voting for. I know everyone
Okay.
was loving this Amaya Papaya.
Yes,
and
I've heard
everyone
about it.
else, and they just had the finale a couple days ago. She ended up winning the series. People are absolutely happy and thrilled
Right, you
about
just
that.
ruined it for me, Justine. I said I wanted to watch
I said the finale was a couple days ago. You got to get with it or get left to you.
I know, well, I've been left. So, but the fans influenced that. Is
The
that what you were
fans
saying?
influenced it, correct.
Hmm.
Correct. I think it brings it back to like American Idol days when people could vote for who they wanted to see, and then I think people are excited. They get to know that the person that they're rooting for, other people are too. So.
Yeah, it was fun to see Jennifer Hudson win. Fancy people that were from, at least Jennifer Hudson from Chicago.
Right.
So I get your point. Okay, I'll give you that, Justine.
All right,
You get 1 point from me today.
So the next topic is movies in the park.
Yes.
Do we like it or hate it?
I have done movies in the park one time. It was not in Chicago. I actually love it. There's a few things I would check. If somebody were to ask me, hey, what do you think about movies in the park? Would you do it? Yes. First thing, get you some bug spray. Second thing, check for dog poo. Because everybody don't walk their dog the same. And you're going to put your blanket down, then you're going to get on top of it. Then it's going to be dog poo smashed in your blanket. Gross. Throw away the blanket, right? Or wash it. I'm throwing it away. So I think there's some things you must do before you set up for movies in the park.
Okay, I agree. Yeah. I like it. I think it's fun. It depends on what movie though. Because I don't want to watch a scary movie at movies in the park.
In the park?
No.
What about a kid's movie?
Kids movie, yes. I think that's super fun. But a scary movie, I don't know these people. I'm out in the open. There's some scary noises behind me. I'm not doing it.
Okay, I could get with that.
But the kids movies,
if
we saw like A Bug's Life or something, that's fun because there's bugs around us. We hear the mosquitoes. It's like that interactive Disney attraction that was back in like 2002.
Put the camera on me. This is only some
back in 2002
stuff.
when they had A Bug's Life and you could feel the bugs crawling on your seats. I feel like that's similar to movies in the park.
I don't want to feel no bugs crawling on my seat.
It's interactive. You're in the movie.
The first thing I'm gonna think about with movies in the park, I want to know what movie it is because I know that sometimes people get a little frisky in the park, and I don't want them getting frisky next to my blanket.
Right.
So I gotta know what movie it is. You might think this is a romantic moment. Let me get romantic, and I don't want to see that in the park.
Right. So you're not doing like Love and Basketball because that was just recently playing in movies in the park.
I don't know. I think you gotta. Well, it goes back to
Titanic,
goes back to what you should do before you set up. You need to survey who's around you. You need to survey, like I said, the lay of the land. Literally, for bugs, you need to spray dog poo and all of that. But you need to see who's next to you,
right?
Because it's a few people I would want next to me that I don't know during movies in the park. One, I don't want a couple next to me. I don't want you to have too many kids. Because now they're going to be interrupting the movie for me, and I'm trying to hear what's next. If it's A Bug's Life, they probably know what's happening because they've seen it a million times. Now they're ruining the first experience for me. So it's some things that I would survey for before I put down my blanket.
So would you bring your daughter to this?
Ooh, that's a hard one.
Knowing that it's a kid's movie and other kids are going to be there, is that something, is she the type that's running around and you got to go bring her back and you can't really enjoy it?
And I don't want to be surprised. So I don't know. I don't know. She's 2. I'm not sure what I would do because I don't want to be the person that's ruining for other people either by bringing my daughter who's now going to act like, my daughter doesn't act like a brat, but she might. Kids surprise you, Justine, and you'll see when you have one. They do things that you would never think that they would do, and they don't embarrass you. They crawl up under, like I was in the store one time. This was, one of our kids did this. We were in a clothing store. She crawled under the racks. And everybody's looking like, Mom, it's your chess move. What you gonna do? You can't be like, get your, you can't really act out for real like you want to. So I'm like, come on, get from under there. Something that I would never have that tone in public.
Because there's people around.
Yeah, there's people around, and you don't want them to be like, oh, she's a horrible mother. So you just never know what your kids will do to you and what you'll have to respond to. So I'm gonna say the only way I'm taking my daughter to a movie in the park is if it's for kids.
Okay.
Kids themed.
So it's a kids movie, you would take her. There's other kids
and
running
there's other
around.
things going on. There's a bouncy house over there in case you get restless.
Right.
We got somewhere to go. There's ice cream being served. That's yes to that.
Okay.
Yes to that.
That's understandable. I think I don't mind hearing kids running around behind me.
This girl loves everything.
We have to have an opposing thought because I feel like I don't mind hearing the kids, especially if it's a kids movie, because
if it's a kids movie.
Yeah, I really love the sound of kids giggling. Like that's my favorite
You know
thing.
You know why? Because you don't have none.
Right.
When you got kids, you get sick of hearing kids giggling after a while. I mean, honestly, you do. After a while, you're like, listen, I need adult time. We had a pool party at our house, and it seemed like more kids showed up. They don't drive. How all these kids get in my pool? It was more kids in the pool than adults. And I told my husband, I said, next time the rule is no kids, not ours, not yours, no kids.
No kids.
Sometimes as an adult, you get sick of being around kids, and you want adult themed activities, but you'll see.
Right.
You're not there yet. You're growing tomatoes. You're living your best life. She posted some big ripe tomatoes yesterday. What's up with you growing these tomatoes?
I love.
When did this start?
I love gardening.
She's an urban farmer, by the way. She lives in the city, right?
Yep. I live not too far from here.
Okay.
I love gardening. It's so much fun. It's so relaxing.
I feel like
some of my tomatoes.
I feel like you're either a serial killer or like you're just a perfect person. Because like you're almost perfect. So it's you're either a killer on the low, or you're really like this, I don't know.
The
like
real
this
question
perfect
is, you
person.
said almost perfect. What's my flaw?
I mean, I don't know, but it's nobody perfect. So it's either I'm going serial killer, or one day you're going to own a farm and be like this amazing like philanthropist.
I would love that. I would love that. Growing up, I was always on farms. My first job, I was.
You were in a country somewhere?
Yes.
Where were you at?
I worked on a cornfield, and so I was, detasseling these corn from 11 until 15.
Wow.
But that's a whole nother story.
Yeah, because I done got derailed. I'm asking
we'll
so
get
many
back
questions.
into it. So
Okay.
the next thing, Harry Potter. I don't know if you've seen,
Ooh,
but
y'all
Harry
gonna
Potter
get
is
mad
coming
at
up
me.
with a new HBO series. They have a whole new cast. People are liking the cast except for Snape's character.
Listen, can I be honest for a second? I have no idea who she's talking about. I have never watched not a Harry Potter. I've seen what Harry Potter looks like. I know some of the characters, but I don't know anything. I am literally legally blind to Harry Potter. I know nothing. Nothing about it except for it was a book series. I've heard the woman's name gets butchered sometimes. People get her last name right, people get it wrong. And listen, that's all I know.
Okay.
He's a wizard?
He's a wizard.
Okay.
He's a wizard. He's a kid wizard. We go through and see all of his changes from a child up until an adult. There's some evil wizards going after him. It's a whole plot line. But people...
You read books.
I love
books. I read books too. See, the difference between me and Justine and book read, I'm reading books of like I don't know what you read. I'm not going to judge you off your book list, but I'm reading things like, okay, how to make sure my daughter stays asleep through the night.
Okay.
Like, you see what I'm saying? I'm like a self-help book. I don't have time for wizards. I'm living with wizards. You know what I mean? Like, I'm living with literal little wizards. And my husband's a wizard too. So like, I'm living with Harry. You know what I mean? So I don't have time to read about him because I'm living with Harry right now in my house.
That makes sense. Are you more of an audiobook or reading type of person?
I love to read.
Okay.
Yeah, I love to read. A lot of times my reading gets interrupted by other things, but I love to pick up a good book. And I don't think there's anything like it's something about holding it in your hand and paper that you can't get from the audiobook. I've tried to get into the audiobooks. Some people's voices, I mean, I know they think they're voice artists, but they ruined the book for me.
Okay.
The voice is like not voicing.
I think that goes back to about books and TV shows. Like, I like to envision something my own self. I want to create a random accent for the character.
Oh, you do?
Yes. I want to think in my brain like, okay, this character looks this way. She speaks fast. She speaks slow. I think that's just the creative in me.
That's true. And I like to be able to like fold my page. I guess I'm like old. I still like the newspaper. I like to fold my little page down and come back to it. You can't do that with an audiobook. Like sometimes it'll just pick back up where it left off, but it's just not, it's not the same nostalgic, kind of feeling.
I don't like that audiobooks, like I get distracted pretty easy. So if I have an audiobook in, I could be doing 40,000 other tasks. I'm not focused in. When I'm reading, it's just like, this is what I'm doing and I'm gonna finish it.
I love a good podcast. I can listen to those driving in and things like that. But I think the book, it goes back to what you're saying. It's something about being able to really like hold it and read it and focus on it. So yeah, I love a good book.
Yeah. Back to your podcast thing. My question.
Oh gosh.
Do you like how popular podcasts have become and that everyone can have a platform?
Okay, some people don't need a podcast. Listen, Granny, I know you think your knitting is amazing, and it may very well be, but should there be a podcast for it? No.
Okay.
No, not everybody deserves a podcast.
I don't like how there's platforms for so many things that might not be true. You know?
What do you mean?
I think a lot of the times people will have their own opinions on stuff.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
They grow these big followings.
I know who you're talking about.
Saying random stuff.
Don't talk about her, but I know who you're saying.
Yeah.
I've watched her podcast, and we're not gonna say who she is, because we not the gossiping kind of girls. But I've watched her podcast, and it was y'all. I can hear y'all. What y'all talking about over there? We can hear y'all. They talk about the podcast too. I watched her podcast and it was like very one-sided. Yeah,
I
but it
also-
has millions of views and listeners, and I'm convinced that a lot of people have lost their minds because some of the stuff that we entertain and make famous, you have had to have lost your mind. How is that interesting?
Right.
And how do you believe it?
And how are we promoting it and saying, oh yeah, we love this? I
I
also
don't
feel
know.
like a lot of times
We're living
when-
in a twilight zone.
We are.
Yeah.
We are. I also feel like a lot of the times when there's two best friends that have a podcast, I feel like I'm interrupting something. Like I'm just listening to their friend conversation. Why not me
Yeah.
actually go and have a conversation with my friends? Why not we talk about this?
And why should you and your friend now be catapulted into this fame? I mean, what makes your friendship? My friendships are good too.
Maybe
I
you
guess
gotta
maybe
get a
we should record
podcast.
them.
Right. Maybe we got to start
Yeah.
a podcast.
Well, I know the friends you're talking about that went famous. That person's really not a friend anyway. Because I'm sorry, we're getting a little off topic, but there was this podcast that went viral because there were two friends sitting down having a conversation. One is famous, the other is, living life every day, not famous, not trying to be famous. And the friend that's not famous had been financially struggling. And the one friend that is supposedly famous is sitting there listening to the story, and I'm thinking, well, you got money? How is your friend struggling?
Right.
That's not a friend.
No, it's not.
No.
If my friends ever go through anything, I feel like I'm also going through it with them.
Yeah, like how is your friend financially struggling and you have money and you don't help at all? I'm not saying you finance their whole life, but a real friend is going to step up and help. Now, I have some friends that I don't want to say they're friends, they're associates. They constantly beg. If you're constantly begging, then I'm starting to think you're a user. Right. That's not a friend either. But if I see you're in need, I'm not going to let you be down there struggling like that. No,
never.
Not a good friend. Not a real friend.
But
Real
that's
friend
why
would
we'd
do that.
be great friends.
You think we'd be great
I
friends?
think we'd be great friends.
Interesting.
Outside of this show.
I think so too. I'm one of those people though. I am very I see people underneath it all. I'm one of those people. That's why my friend group is like this. It's like so small because not you. I'm not saying this about you, but I see a lot of people for who they really are. Some people are fake, Justine.
They are.
You ain't heard it from me. They
especially
tell us we got to move on, but yeah.
Especially in this day and age, you never know. But coming up after the break, we'll be talking to a co-founder of OnCore Golf.
Yes, all about the swing. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back. We are talking with Bret Blakely, co-founder of OnCore Golf. And sometimes I think people think it's all about the swing and it's all about the golf clubs, but no, he's going to tell us that it's all about the ball. Good morning to you.
Good morning. How are you?
We're doing good.
great.
Let's talk about this. You know, this is the time of year where people are getting out there. They're hitting the greens. My husband's probably out there right now. And
Love
a
it.
lot of times people are thinking that it's always in the club. That's what I hear. It's your form. It's the club. You're saying that in part, it's the ball. Talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, the golf ball is the only piece of equipment that you're actually using on every single shot. So, I mean, don't get me wrong, clubs are important. You know, your swing and all the fundamentals and that stuff is incredibly important. But the ball does have a huge impact on your game, and a lot of people, I think, don't understand that. You know, depending on how they swing, how hard they swing, their personal preferences, it's going to have you know, ripple effect on not only how much they enjoy the game, but how well they play the game. You know, somebody who has maybe a really slower swing speed should not be playing a ball, for instance, that has a higher compression. The everyday golfer doesn't necessarily know their own swing speed or what compression means and everything, which is why, you know, with OnCore, for one, we created perimeter weighting technology. So we're the only company in the world to do that, and only second company since 1926 to actually get the USGA to rewrite the rules to allow new technology in. And the whole point of that was to make a more accurate ball. But then we also make 4 models to address the different needs and performance benefits for different, you know, skill level players. So I'm not sure how good or bad your husband is. I would say most golfers aren't very good, and that's what makes it so frustrating. But I can pretty much guarantee we've got, you know, the right ball for the right skill set.
So talk to me about what are the benefits of the right ball?
Yeah, I mean, for one, you're going to want to be able to get something that matches. Going back to your swing speed, for instance, if you have a high compression ball, but you have a low swing speed, all the compression is really talking about is how hard is it to make that ball deform on impact and then rebound. I don't know if you've ever seen a golf ball hit in slow motion. You see it almost pancakes. Well, if you're not able to make that ball pancake, then you're not going to get as much distance out of it. So, you know, a slower swing speed might want something that is a lower compression, for instance. That's just a basic thing. But then, you know, a lot of players really like to have a soft feel, you know, so depending on what kind of cover you're looking for in a golf ball, you know, a lot of people, that whole short game, your chips and everything are all about how much spin you can put on a ball. And some players like more spin, some players like less spin. There's no right or wrong as to which you should have. That is more of a preference thing and how you may, you know, how you might hit the ball. So I always think it's good to, you know, try and figure out a little bit about your game, whether it's through a pro or, you know, just doing some kind of introspective learning on how you hit so that you can make the right choice for you, because it does make a big difference. It's a hard enough game as it is. The last thing you want to be doing is making it harder by playing the wrong golf ball, you know, for your game. You want something more tailored for your type of attributes.
I mean, you bring up a very good point, because I'm a member of a golf club right now, a country club, and I have not gone out there one time. And that's because I feel like my game is trash. So with that being said, Bret, I want to talk to you about the ball. Is it one type of ball that you have, or do you have different balls? And then what makes them different from me, for example, going to Dick's Sporting Goods and just grabbing a bunch of balls? Because that's typically what most golfers do. They grab a bunch of balls, or they accept balls as gifts, and they're not looking at the type and how heavy it is, how light it is, any of that.
Yeah, so we have 4 models currently. We have 2 more models coming out, probably a soft launch in the holiday season and a larger launch in 2026. They actually both just won gold medals on Golf Digest Hot List, which is great. But they are ranging in both, you know, attributes and compression from low to high, and even the type of cover and spin rate. So what we kind of suggest is, on our website, OnCoreGolf.com, that's OnCore with an O, we have a ball fitting quiz. So it will ask, you know, what ball do you typically play now? What are some of your preferences? If you know your swing speed, you can enter it there. But we've got an algorithm that will, you know, that should point them to the right model that we have. But the biggest thing that is nice about our unique technology, which is that perimeter weighting, is it is going to create a way tighter shot dispersion. In layman's terms, it's going to be way more accurate, especially on the miss hits. So perimeter weighting creates a much quicker reduction in spin when you mishit it. If you said your game is trash, well, a lot of people's game is trash. Mine's often trash, but if you are going to put a hook or a slice when you see that ball, veering off left or right at a fast, rapid rate, it's because you put side spin on it, and you want that to come to a stop as quick as possible. So perimeter weighting is going to do that. Easiest metaphor to understand is if you've ever seen a figure skater go into a spin, when they want to speed up, their legs and arms are inward. When they want to come to a stop, they stick their leg and arms outward, and that is creating that reduction and slow down and spin.
So Tia had mentioned, a lot of times you go to Dick's Sporting Goods, you just buy a bunch of balls. What are we looking like price-wise? Is this something that we have to invest in, or can we afford to grab a few of these balls?
Yeah, so golf is expensive overall. We've always tried to really be focusing on growing the game and making it accessible for everyone in every capacity, and financially is part of it too. It's especially when you're not very good. It's a hard ask to say, hey, you're going to pay $60 for 12 balls when you're probably going to lose all of them in one round. We don't want to do that. So although we are, we're not the cheapest ball in the market, because we don't want people to think that, this is not a real technology. We do make it very affordable. We have loyalty programs. The models range anywhere from $20 a dozen all the way up to $40 a dozen, which is extremely affordable for the fact that these are literally award-winning balls. We didn't want to break anyone's bank. We want them coming back for more. And the nice thing too is, with us being a mostly online company, direct to consumer, we did it that way for a reason, because we wanted to make sure that we could offer the golf balls at a affordable price. Whereas when you go into a Dick's or go into other places, oftentimes it would be very hard for us to put the price at what it is, because we have to give it to them at such low margins. So, we really want to make sure that we make this an easy purchase and good experience. And it's, literally every day it's people that are saying, man, I used to play nothing but Pro V1s, and now they're in my shag bag. They come back to us time and time again because they do see a difference in the importance of a golf ball and getting the right one.
Let me ask you something. You look like you've been golfing already today. What made you
come up? I've got golf league this afternoon. That's why.
Okay. I'm like, he has on his golf attire.
Yeah.
What made you create this? What made you say, hey, I think this technology could be beneficial to other people?
Yeah, so I wish I was smart enough to have created the technology. It's actually a group of engineers that we were just fortunate to have known. But my buddy Steve and I had met years ago when I was living in New York City for a while. And I don't know if you remember, but a while back, the job market tanked, and back in 2008, and I was in international marketing and he was in finance, but he had played golf, and I love sports. So we kind of married the two passions of, love of marketing and love of sports and financial background, and approached the engineers about, hey, we would love to commercialize, your concept of perimeter weighting technology and build something really different and unique and grow the game through diversity and inclusion, and just kind of be the anti-elitist golf ball company, which we felt had been kind of the status quo for a long time. And that's been our goal since day one, is being, differentiated from a brand and culture standpoint, and differentiated from a technology standpoint. And it's been really fun. The people that we have gotten to meet, the people that have, come on board, whether it's as investors or ambassadors, everyone from Josh Allen, our QB in Buffalo, to Anthony Anderson and Cedric the Entertainer. We've got quite an interesting, group of people that are involved, which is really fun.
So golf right now is becoming super trendy. I know you just mentioned a few celebrities. How is your brand making it more inclusive for everyone else? People who might not know much about the sport.
Yeah, so we, really since day one, that wasn't our mission statement, and we have made a commitment to partnering with organizations and groups that share in that ideology and those efforts. So everything from junior golf, we've gotten very involved with junior golf and helping kids get started to veterans programs. PGA Hope is a great one that we work with. They really help, veterans who have seen and been through a lot get back on their feet through the game of golf. We try and do a lot with women's golf. We do a ton in the diversity space. So it's really just partnering with like-minded organizations because we know that we do have a suite of golf balls that really can address and be good for such an array of skill sets. And so we feel like there's nobody that we shouldn't be partnering with anyway, because there's good golfers and bad golfers, in every demographic, in veterans and kids and women. I mean, there are kids at some of these camps that we go to or kids that we work with. I mean, they just put us to shame. I'm 40, I'll be 44 at the end of this month, and I'm looking at a 10-year-old who I'm just like in envy of, swinging. I'm like, man, wish I'd started sooner, but it's really fun being able to have a small part in, pushing the game in the right direction as we think it should be.
Bret, before we let you go, you mentioned where people can find out more about OnCore. Where can they go? Are you on all social media platforms as well?
Yep, we're on all social media. It's just so it's OnCore Golf, OnCore Golf, OnCoreGolf.com. We're on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Come by the website. If somebody has seen this, feel free to message us on Instagram or any of the socials and say, "Hey, I saw you guys, on Fox on Chicago," and we'll be happy to send them a little, discount off their first purchase or what have you. So feel free to reach out. Like I said, we want to make this as easy as possible and bring more people into the family. We've always treated OnCore and hope that everybody that comes in feels like they're part of a family, not part of just a customer.
Very well said. Bret Blakely, it's been a pleasure speaking with you and great meeting you as well.
Likewise, you guys have a great summer. Thanks so much.
All right, thank you. I got to tell you this quick story. They told us to wrap, but I got to tell you this quick story before we go. So I used to cover golf. I used to cover it from kind of like a reporter standpoint, and I went to a tournament. Vijay Singh was like the big deal at the time, and I'm just a little girl from Chicago. So he hits, and everybody looks at each other like, that was great. And I'm like, why aren't they clapping? So I'm like, yeah! And they almost kicked me out of there because that's not the rules. You're not supposed to do all that yelling and screaming. Anyway. I just thought that would be a funny story. That. All right, we'll be right back. I'm always yelling at you. All right, so welcome back. Last week, I was the person looking like a fool because we were doing country music and guessing who the artists are, and Tia didn't know because I don't listen to country. And so now it's Justine's turn. We're gonna do Chicago landmarks, and we're gonna slowly but surely reveal them to you, and you have to guess the name of the building. Do you think you can pull this off?
No, Tia, I can't. I'm not too confident. Most of the time, I don't even know where I'm at. I know, okay, big building, pointy thing on the top. I know big windows,
Okay.
so we'll see how it goes.
I think you're gonna do all right. All right, let's go. First one. Let's see what we got here. Ooh, I know this one.
Okay, is this the art building? The Art Institute of Chicago. That's why I'm going with
Is
locking
that correct,
in.
Serena?
Keep going. See, Justine, is that your final answer? Wait till you see the rest of the photos.
Well, dang,
No.
if you're telling me is that my final answer, I'm thinking it's not.
No, you're wrong.
I think it's the Massachusetts Hall.
No, it's still not.
Final guess?
I don't know. I'm going with the Cultural Center.
No, it has everything to do with journalism. Tell her, Serena.
It should just reveal itself right now. It's the Chicago Tribune building.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
my
Tribune Tower.
goodness.
See it?
Okay.
It's in like the writing that's on the front of the newspaper.
The Tribune Tower.
It's kind of like the
Okay.
font. Okay, what we got next?
What do we got next?
I like this. Somebody else is losing for a change.
Okay,
Come on.
I'm going, this is an important building. It looks like it has a lot of floors, a lot of important floors. I'm going with the, what's that bank building? The Federal.
I may be trying to fool you.
You may be trying to fool me.
Okay.
Is
No.
it the building we're in now?
No.
When I tell y'all, I
That
do
doesn't
not.
even look like this building. Look at how I don't want to say antique. But
Oh,
like the
okay. I'm
architectural
going
style.
with the library. The library headquarters.
Is that Harold Washington Library, Serena?
Macy's on State Street.
Thank you.
Macy's?
Macy's. Yeah, aka the Marshall Field Building. Have you been
Never.
inside?
I have. I never would have guessed that.
If you come off the escalator and you look down, you see, you can see those, like, I don't want to say columns, but every floor like that. Okay, what do we have?
I think
gotta
the
get out.
outside
You
of the
gotta give
building
me one.
fooled
I gotta
you.
get one right.
Come on. Okay, what we got next? Okay.
Ooh, okay. I'm not confident, but you gotta sound like it. I'm gonna say this is
What do you know?
Stained glass. It's a National Register of Historic Places. It's on the list. So it's a historic building, so that means it's pretty old. I don't know what it is yet, actually.
I'm gonna guess it's one of the.
It's got to be a cathedral.
Justine said it previously for a different guess.
Oh,
Probably
the cultural center.
The Chicago Cultural
Chicago
Center.
Cultural Center.
Whoop whoop, we got it.
Not really, but it's good to be confident. I like that. What other ones do we have? So technically, you know what? We'll give you one.
You gotta give me one.
Okay, this building is nearby.
Very close by, actually. That rings no bells to you. Look at the windows. Maybe that'll do it.
Ooh,
It says building on it.
this is going to be City Hall. This is
Really?
This,
You think this? Have you been to City Hall?
no.
Obviously not.
Justine, do you know that French Cafe Ventu? That's on
Yes,
Michigan
yes,
Avenue?
yes,
Right
yes. It's the Federal Trade Plaza building.
It's the Carbide and Carbon building, the Pendry Hotel.
It said Pendry.
I didn't see that. I never would have guessed that.
It was right there.
I've got to go
Pendry.
on some architecture tours in Chicago.
I mean,
y'all
ASAP.
got to take me to some stories that I need to go see the architecture. Do we have any more? I got to redeem myself. Just give me one.
The clock.
Okay, you got
The
this one, you
infamous
got
clock.
this one.
Come on. Clock.
I've seen this building. I told y'all, I just put it on maps. I don't know
Think
what's going
Ulta.
on. Ulta.
Ulta. Yes.
Oh, okay, guys, I know this one. I just went by this. This is the Wrigley building.
Good job.
Woo, woo.
Good job.
And I knew that because they said Ulta, and I love to shop.
Is that what you knew that?
It's
The Ulta
right-
is
oh,
in
it's
Area.
across the
Very
street.
good. Okay, do we have any more for Justine? She got
One
one.
more.
Okay, she got one. That
This
was
one
impressive.
is the hardest one.
This
Okay.
is the Aqua building.
Oh,
All right.
Okay.
Hold up.
Do we call it Aqua?
they call it the Aqua Tower, but it's part of the Radisson Hotel.
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
And
got
you
it.
know,
Good
I
job.
know this because I told you I'm a visual person. If I see some little weird windows, I'm gonna say, hey, I know what this is. And I actually looked that up because the windows were pretty cool.
Yeah, it's designed very interesting. So.
Yeah. Okay,
Good
I think
job.
I got two
Two
right.
out of how many did we have? 6?
6?
C's
Two out
get
of 6.
degrees.
Well, that would be a C. I'm thinking a D in college. That would be a D.
D's might not get degrees, but hey.
That's not bad. Time for architecture.
She's new to the city.
She's
Right.
new. How long have you been here?
I've been here now for 8 months.
That's not new.
8-9 months.
No, that's new. It
But
is.
I came in the winter. I wasn't exploring in the winter.
And everything was covered in snow and
everything
ice.
was covered in snow.
Yeah, so we'll give you that.
Yeah.
Let me ask you something.
Okay.
On a Chicago hot dog, what is the one condiment that you never, ever, 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 ever put on it?
Now I know this. I know this.
Ever.
You never, ever, 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 ever put ketchup on a hot dog.
Good job. Okay, so you're not that new to Chicago. You're pretty good. You know what's going on.
You know,
right
that's
now.
all that counts. That's
Yeah.
all that matters.
So coming up next, we're going to be tasting some amazing hot dogs because tomorrow is National Hot Dog Day, and we have Devil Dawgs in the building. Have you ever had a Devil Dog?
I haven't. This will
All
be
right,
our
well,
first
this will be
time.
your first time. Stay with us. We'll be right back. I know you're jealous because lunchtime is right around the corner and you're like, how they gonna tease us with hot dogs like this? Tomorrow is National Hot Dog Day, and joining us is Dina Bockenheimer with Devil Dawgs. You're the managing director. You got some amazing hot dogs here. You're in what, Evanston and also the South Loop, and am I missing one?
Yes, we have 5. And so we're in the South Loop, we are in Evanston, we're in Wicker Park,
Okay.
we are in Lakeview, and we're in Gold Coast. And we have one coming soon in the fall to Andersonville, our newest location.
Wow. What's the most popular hot dog?
The most popular hot dog is the Chicago style hot dog, and we actually are able to do that on a regular hot dog, a vegan dog,
Oh.
and our signature Devil Dog.
Okay.
So I'm pretty new to the city. What is a devil dog? What makes it a devil dog?
It is a jumbo spicy grilled sausage, and it is particular to Devil Dawgs, and it is actually my favorite way to have a Chicago dog. So I'm going to let you each try a Devil Dog.
Let's try it.
Okay.
This
So which
is
one is this? The signature?
This is the signature Chicago style
Okay.
Devil Dog.
And what's on it?
This has mustard, relish, chopped onion, tomato, celery salt, and sport peppers. And you will taste a difference in the Devil Dog as it has a bit more flavor. Some would say a nice kick. But the flavor profile is amazing, and it always goes well with our hand-cut, fresh-cut fries.
This is
So good. So good.
So many flavors. Like you get every single flavor.
I can't even talk. It's so good.
Yeah.
It is an amazing hot dog, and that is something that makes Devil Dawgs different from every other hot dog stand in the city.
It has a little kick, but I
Has a little kick.
absolutely love it. What in terms of tomorrow, it's National Hot Dog Day, are you doing anything special?
We are, and we are trying to recognize our loyal customers all week long. So definitely, if you are not a loyal customer of ours, go to devildogs.com and sign up, because every day this week you'll get a surprise email with a code and a surprise offer. But tomorrow we will be doing a free Chicago dog with the purchase of a beverage online and in store.
Now I'm looking at these milkshakes.
Our milkshakes are a secret weapon. This is the size of our milkshakes. We have 20 different flavors.
What's the flavors? Run some of them down for us.
This is our chocolate.
Okay.
This is strawberry, and this is chocolate Oreo. My personal favorite is strawberry Oreo, so you can definitely mix and match our flavors. But I always tell people, if you're looking for a good milkshake, there are a few secret weapons beside hot dogs that we carry, but being National Hot Dog Day, we wanted to feature those hot dogs. But we do Angus beef sliders, we have tater tots, we have hand-cut chicken tenders that are antibiotic and hormone-free. So we have a lot of great items. We make all of our sauces in-house. And one of the key things for Devil Dawgs is that we try to keep all our ingredients premium and fresh. So we hand-cut our fries, we make all the sauces that go on the top of everything, and we have a great variety to please everyone. Like I said, our vegan dog is one of the #1 hot dogs. We were one of the first to have a Chicago-style vegan dog, and it's delicious.
So you have a wide spread here. I'm eyeing everything. What is this one?
This is our take on a corn dog.
A corn dog with real corn.
Yes.
Man, that looks good.
I gotta try it.
You're gonna try it? Okay, and what else do you have?
Then we have our Coney dog. No, this is our bacon cheddar dog. I am so sorry. This is a bacon cheddar, one of our more popular. And this is one that is very fun. This is called a bulldog. I am from the University of Georgia. I grew up in Georgia, but this is called a bulldog. It is our take on an actual corn dog, but it is deep fried, battered with coleslaw, barbecue sauce, cheese, and a pickle. Ooh. It's not for the faint-hearted, but people love it. And
I see French onions, like fried onions.
This is our, oh my gosh, I'm drawing a blank. It's got remoulade, fried onions, and grilled onions on it, and I'm drawing a blank. And this is our Coney cheese dog.
You gotta have some mints after this one.
Yes, you gotta have some mints after that one.
Where do you come up with the flavors of these hot dogs?
Most of these hot dogs are chef inspired. Obviously, Chicago dog is the classic, but every one of the other hot dogs we have is chef inspired by chefs that have been with us previously or currently. And we pick and choose. Our menu does change.
Oh, I love that.
And we have specialized hot dogs. Any one of our hot dogs can be made on a Devil Dog. Just conversely, any of our Devil Dogs could be made on a regular hot dog if someone isn't into the spicy. So we try to work with chefs around town and get inspiration.
I really want to finish this, but I can't because we're talking. But man, this was a really good hot dog. What would you say separates you from some of, Chicago has a lot of hot dog places. What separates Devil Dawgs from some of the others that are out there?
One of the things is we are locally owned and operated, and we try to focus on our customers. But as I mentioned, we really focus on our fresh premium ingredients, our antibiotic and hormone-free chicken, our Angus beef sliders, our Vienna beef hot dogs. We try to focus on bringing food as clean as possible, but still yummy Chicago-style fun food.
Yeah, nothing like a Vienna beef hot dog. That's the truth.
And the hot dogs are classic, iconic, American friends.
Do you have anything else that you're going to plan to roll out? Any future flavors that you can share with us?
You know,
Come on, let us in on a secret, Gina.
You know, I don't have any future hot dogs at the moment. We are in collaboration with a few chefs that I can't release that information because they are iconic chefs in the city.
Oh, that's
awesome.
awesome.
I cannot release that information, but we are in talks to work with them.
And so does that mean that that hot dog, whatever they come up with, will be available in your location?
Yes, it'll be available in all our locations, and we'll promote it out first to our loyalty customers online, and then it will be very well notified.
You're watching what you say.
I
know
am,
that you're like,
because it is
tread
a
lightly.
very well-known chef, and I'm not at liberty to share that information
That's
yet.
still good. I think I got an idea.
Yeah.
So if you're interested in joining the loyalty program so we can find out all these things before they're rolled out to the public, how do we do that?
DevilDawgs.com, and you just go to our website and you will find us on there, and you just join our webpage.
Let me ask you something. Someone that may be watching right now, maybe they're like, none of your locations are in their area. Can they go through Uber Eats or any of those venues
Absolutely.
too?
We participate with all delivery companies.
Okay.
Yep.
So you
Uber
can get your
Eats,
milkshake and
DoorDash,
everything.
Grubhub, and online and on Toast. Yep.
Okay.
You can get everything we deliver.
All right. Well, Dina, it has been a pleasure. Listen, I love anytime somebody brings me food, they become my friend. So
Well, good. I'm
thank
glad
you.
that we can
are
be
friends now.
forever.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Thank you so much for having us.
It's been a pleasure. Okay, we're gonna have much more. Right, which camera am I in? This one or this one? This one. We're looking right there, Dina. We'll be right back after this break.
After we finish these hot dogs. Welcome back. We're just enjoying our lunch. We had a great hot dog. Tia, how are you feeling? How do you like those?
This right here is addictive.
What flavor did you get?
This is strawberry Oreo, and let me tell you, honey, I will drive for this every day.
I love that.
It's
I love
so
a good
good.
shake. I love a good shake.
Oh, baby, that's a good shake.
See,
I'm serious.
I'm gonna go steal one of those after this.
It is so good.
Speaking of food, did you notice that Taco Bell just came out with a new mocktail?
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, what is it called? I think I had this.
I'm not sure, but it just launched yesterday.
Is this
so I don't-
something Refresca or something like that?
I'm not sure. Is it?
Is it? Oh, I had it.
How was it?
It was good, but it was bitter at the end. I actually told my husband, I said, man, this tastes like alcohol. Yeah. So are they sure it's mock?
Right.
Because at the end it had like that strong kind of flavor like alcohol. And I told my husband, I was like, man, this is giving drink like an alcoholic beverage, but like I didn't show an ID.
So do we like that these restaurants are leaning into mocktails and trendy items?
I do, because I'm not an alcohol drinker. Every now and then, I'll throw something, put something in a drink. Like I like to make and mix stuff, but it's very rare for me to drink. So for a person like me that doesn't want to be caught drinking and driving, I like a good mocktail.
But do you think at a point that we're just spending money on juice?
I mean, you are spending money on juice.
Right.
Yeah.
So why can't it just be called juice? Pineapple strawberry juice and not the mocktail?
It's something about people feeling like they're having an elevated experience.
Okay.
I mean, think about it. People are going to Starbucks and spending $15 every day. You can make that same cup of coffee at home. You could add in all the sweeteners and probably add it even more because they're charging you for the little shots of sweetener and everything. It's the elevated experience that people want.
Right.
And so I think that's why people are willing to spend in a business, right? Oftentimes, the most marked up item a lot of times on a menu are drinks. But people go and they have them. We'll spend for a little can of soda $4 when you can buy a whole bundle of cans of soda for that amount. So I think it's the elevated experience why people like mocktails.
Okay. I tried to get on the mocktail trend, but something in me is like, I don't want to spend $12 for juice. I'd rather have my water,
Understood.
add a little bit of lemon. I know it's about the experience, but I'm also having that experience while I'm at the restaurant.
Well, if you've listened to Chris Sane, who was on our show yesterday, he talked about preparing your meals at home.
Right.
And not spending on stuff like that. But I've never paid $12 for a mocktail.
Really?
No.
How much are you paying for your mocktails?
I mean, I don't think I've paid more than $6.
Okay, maybe I'm at the wrong restaurant.
Yeah, you hanging out in the wrong place. See, that's that, Justine, you got a lot of money. See, people like me, we go cheap. So I Taco Bell's mocktail was no more than, I don't think it was more than $5.
Okay, so Taco Bell having an affordable mocktail, that makes sense.
Yeah.
At other restaurants, though,
They're
I feel like
charging $12.
$12,
Oh,
and
no.
they're adding the little fizz
Oh,
and just
no.
having the whole
Oh, no.
experience.
No.
But I'll have to try the Taco Bell one because I
pretty
do
good.
like. Is it slushy consistency?
No, it's not. It's almost like the consistency of like a refresher. It gives that. I thought it was a refresher based off of the name, but no, it's kind of like that. Where it's like it's already mixed up. They pour it over ice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking about how you just brought up Chris from yesterday and how he says make your stuff at home and you're going to be saving your money. Starbucks has a drink that I make at home all the time.
And how did you figure out it was their drink? It's like a menu?
I saw it somewhere on TikTok. It was, what's that morning drink that you'd have when you're sick? I think it's called like a...
Oh, it's called, of course, now I can't remember it.
It's mixed with lemonade.
Yes, I've made it at
tea.
home
And
too.
I've made it at home and it's even better most of the time.
Thank you.
A medicine ball. It's lemonade and I think it's like a green tea.
It is. It's like a fruity green tea mixed. Yeah.
I will do that. I'll make my mocktails at home. I'll make my Starbucks at home and pocket that extra money. Is there another menu item that you would pay money for at another restaurant?
I like a good coffee, but it's every now and then.
Okay.
And sometimes I feel like some coffee. Now, I do make a lot of my coffees at home, but there is one place, and I'm not giving them a shout out because they're not paying me to sponsor. I'm not a sponsor or anything, but it's something that they've done with their mix that's tropical.
Okay.
It's like a coconutty kind of flavor.
Ooh.
And I haven't been able to match that anywhere else, not at home, anywhere else. So I'm willing to pay for that.
That's the only time I'll pay for something if I can't recreate it.
Right.
For instance, those milkshakes, I can't do that at home. I'm going to buy a milkshake every single time.
Honey, you cannot recreate this at home.
You cannot.
This is heaven in a cup. Listen,
Now
I'm
that's
supposed
an
to be doing
experience
right.
that I'm talking about. You got the big straw. I'm not
It's
having those big straws at home.
If you tasted this, you really understand that you can't make this at home.
You can't.
You see how I'm looking at it? I'm really serious.
The way we're gonna wrap this show so we can go enjoy our
This
food.
is our food. Can we go now?
We got some hot dogs to eat.
We're trying to get to our hot dogs. I'm serious. Can we go? Okay, we can go. We
We'll-
we gotta talk for one more minute. We're thinking about the hot dogs. It's lunchtime. You can't tease somebody like that. You can't have them get a taste of the hot dog and they want to eat the whole thing and then they got to go to, okay.
So
Anyway.
speaking about food items, people were DMing me on Instagram about that McDonald's sandwich.
What did they say?
That
we
spicy
tasted?
sandwich.
Yeah.
They said it was disgusting.
Which one?
The sausage McMuffin.
The breakfast sandwich.
Yes, the spicy
I said it was
one.
too spicy.
I think it was a little spicy.
But apparently you can decide how much spice you want. You can tell them don't put a lot of sauce on.
Oh, can you?
So yeah.
Okay, so maybe I'll have to re-rock this a different time and just
Yeah.
do a little bit of spice.
All right, we're going to talk spicy topics tomorrow because that's when we'll be back on Hump Day. Tomorrow's Hump Day.
Whoop, whoop.
Woo, we're just sailing through this week.
Here
We'll
we
see
go.
you tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day.
Live from Chicago, this is Fox 32 News at Noon.
Now at noon, the murder trial of a Chicago police officer begins. Johnny will have a live report from the courtroom. We're also hearing from city leaders who've expanded a program to help cut down on gun violence. We're taking a live look outside right now. An air quality alert is still in effect this afternoon. Caitlin will tell us when the skies will finally clear up. Good afternoon, and thanks for joining us for Fox 32 News at Noon. I'm Brian Jackson. Let's take you back outside now for a live look out there. Still some haziness that has been following us for at least the last 24 hours or so. Caitlin, when are things going to finally clear up?
That air quality alert, that's what you're talking about, right, Brian?
Yes.
Yeah. It was very hazy yesterday because of that wildfire smoke that was streaming in from Canada. Today, we have an air quality alert because not only do we have some remnants of smoke in our atmosphere, but even more so because we have high levels of ozone concentrated near the ground. These temperatures are heating up. We've got the sunshine out there. So this is really going to be affecting sensitive groups. I'm talking about elderly people, really young folks, people who have asthma, for example. Just take it easy outside today. This air quality alert is in effect all the way through until midnight tonight. But I do want to say, tomorrow it is going to be another hot day, and the chance for rain and storms is going to be increasing. So tomorrow's main headline is going to be the potential for wet weather, which today we do have the potential. Isolated showers, not out of the question. So far, so good, though. Temperatures outside, I mentioned how it is going to be toasty. We are already at 89 degrees at the lakefront, 91 in Gary, 88 at Midway, 85 in Morris. I see 83 there in DeKalb. Highs today in the low 90s with that small chance for wet weather. Tomorrow, we'll break down the timing of that potential for rain and thunderstorms, some of which could be strong to severe. A full check is ahead. Brian.
The murder trial for fallen Chicago police officer Andres Vasquez is now underway. Our Joni Lum has the latest updates from the courtroom.
Good afternoon, Brian. It's an emotional trial already. One of the attorneys saying that everyone is still reeling from that tragic day. And the first witness, the wife of Officer Andres Vasquez Lasso, she tearfully testified how she learned that her husband was killed in the line of duty. Supporters and fellow police officers arrived at the Layton Criminal Courthouse to lend strength to the officer's family. 8th District Police Officer Andres Vasquez Lasso was 32, had been with the department almost 5 years. The accused shooter is 21-year-old Stephen Montano, who was 18 in March 2023. That day, police were called to a domestic disturbance, a report of a man threatening a woman with a gun. Police say Montano ran from his apartment in Gage Park to a schoolyard where children were playing. Officer Vasquez Lasso ordered him to stop. Both opened fire. Vasquez Lasso was shot 5 times. The defendant's attorney said that Montano was cornered and scared. Outside the courthouse, Teamsters Union officers offered support for the fallen officer's family and colleagues.
We pray for the family and there's time of sorrow right now, this time of loss, and let them know that Local 700 and the Teamsters as a whole are here for them if they need us.
Imagine someone being sentenced to a significant amount of time in prison.